Hi, and welcome to week 7 of the high school football season. I'm Kelly Hines here with Barry Lewis. Barry, it was a crazy week last week. Tell us what it all means.
Yes, as Owasso wide receiver Keon Hatcher, who caught the big touchdown pass to beat Union last week, said it was a super crazy ending, and you could pretty well say the whole week was a super crazy week as we nearly had the top-ranked team in the top 3 classes get knocked off, which would have just been unbelievable. In 4A, Cushing shocked Oklahoma City Douglas. In 5A, number 1 East Central was taken to 2 overtimes before prevailing against Central. And then in 6A, of course, the stunner at Union Tuttle Stadium as Union's 94-game district winning streak was ended by Owasso 41-38 as Kason Key threw a touchdown pass with 10 seconds to go to Keon Hatcher to win it. So what does it all mean? 6A is incredibly wide open. I think all the other 6A contenders have got to look at this as a great opportunity this year. 6A is more wide open than it's ever been since 2006. Jenks and Union have won the last 15 state titles, but I think the rest of the 6A contenders now have hope, real hope, that they can break through that dominance. You look at Broken Arrow, Owasso, Edmond North, Midwest City, their confidence level has to be boosted a lot. But I wouldn't count out Jenks and Union yet, because in 06 when it was wide open, it was Jenks that prevailed. In 5A, I think it's wide open. East Central's top ranked, but their offense is sputtering. They're really not showing a championship level offense yet. Their defense is championship level. So I think there's about 6 or 7 teams that can win in 5A. And in 4A, Wagner and Catoosa look like the 2 top teams, but again, very wide open. And Kelly, 3A and 2A, you've seen a lot of Cassia Hall in 3A, and last week you saw Vian defeat Lincoln Christian. What does it all mean in 3A and 2A?
Well, 3A is one of the most competitive classes in the state right now, 7 teams undefeated, and Heritage Hall is still the favorite. The Chargers are still playing really well right now, but Cassia Hall is still, plugging along. Had the biggest test of the regular season against Berry Hill, past that mostly with flying colors, closest game of the year for them, but they're playing really well. And then right behind them, Metro Christian undefeated, and I think that they're going to have a tougher week this week, but there are several teams up there that, it's not a given that Heritage Hall is going to win, but I think they're still going to be the favorite as of right now. And then in 2A, as you mentioned, Vian knocked off Lincoln Christian, and Wolverines were really, really impressive on Friday night. I liked what I saw from the offense. Didn't even need to attempt a pass in the second half, and their quarterback, Landon Decker, speedy little guy, and he was making plays, and Rowdy Simon at running back, very impressive. I think that they're going to make some noise in 2A, maybe not go all the way, but I think that they have a good chance. It's another tough class, and Lincoln's good too. It's just I think they're still going to win their district, but I think Vian was definitely the better team on Friday night.
Well, Lincoln's got a tough game this week at Newkirk, so that'll be interesting to see how that one turns out.
Well, we had all those upsets last week. Do you think that the upset fever is going to spread into this week?
I think there's a good chance that it could. There's some very intriguing matchups. East Central is going to Pryor in a showdown for the district lead. Pryor's been a big surprise team. They're a lot like Coweta, which gave East Central a lot of trouble a couple weeks ago. I think that game is going to go down to the wire. Oologah at Wagner. Oologah is a lot better than its 2-4 record. They've lost 3 games by a point. That's a potential upset right there. And then Metro Christian at Tahlequah Sequoia. Sequoia won a thriller last year, a great quarterback matchup between Braden Scott and Andrew Heron. That could go either way as well. How about you, Kelly?
Well, I think you named some good ones there. I think that Metro Christian Tahlequah Sequoia game is going to be really interesting. I also think in 5A with Booker T at Bishop Kelly, that one in the past has been an interesting game, and this year, the Hornets have looked pretty vulnerable, and the Comets have played well at times too, and I think there's a chance for an upset there. That should be a pretty even game that maybe will go down to the wire. Maybe we'll have another close game this week. Well, that's all we have time for this week. Thanks for joining us, and watch TulsaWorld.com on Friday night for the latest updates.